What's up, traders? Here Chris Caprice, secondsguysforex.com. So here we are in August. I've been on relative vacation for July, and during that time I did a meditation retreat and kind of took some time off, played some video games, but I also was doing some research, and particularly on neuroscience, the brain, and mindset. And I read a study that kind of shocked me, and it really made me think about, inspired me to kind of create this presentation, create this video for you here, which is only a few minutes long, on focus trading and your brain. So I'm going to get into the study shortly, but I want to kind of talk about a particular, or ask a particular question and present a scenario and then see if this kind of resonates with you. So there you are. You have the perfect trade setup according to your system. You've been waiting for it for a while. You plan for it. It's right there. It's at the level. It's set up. Everything's perfectly. And yet somehow you don't pull the trigger. You want to, but then this fear of loss, your last trade was a loss, you're worried about losing again. If you lose this trade, you're going to be negative for the month, and you don't want to have a negative month. And all these thoughts are going through your head, and the next thing you know, trade's gone. You pass it up for whatever reason, you succumb to those thoughts and those ideas, the trade's gone, and there you are, and it just goes right to your profit target, and that's it, and you're left there with that. Has that ever happened to you before? Or how about another scenario, which is that you are in a trade and it's going pretty well, and maybe some sort of event or news comes out and creates a little volatility in the market, and it spikes downward against you, hits your stop loss for maybe a few pips, and then skyrockets towards your profit target. Has that ever happened to you as well? It's happened to all of us. It's happened to you, it's happened to me, it's happened to every one of us here. And there you are, left with all your thoughts, and all of a sudden you're pissed off about it. Now you're negative for the month, and you don't want to have a negative month, and so you try and make another trade to get positive for the month. It's probably not according to your system. You revenge trade. Has that ever happened to you before, where you did some sort of revenge trade, maybe for something that happened in the market that probably shouldn't have, or something that you made a mistake and now you want to correct it because you don't want to lose that money? So there you are, and you've revenge traded, and now you've taken a position many times larger than your normal risk, and that loses and causes you a bigger loss. And there you are with those emotions. So has any of these scenarios ever happened to you before? Why am I asking this, and why is this important? And what does this shocking study have to do with this? I'm going to get to that in a second here. So in case you didn't know, your brain will have, on average, every single day about 60,000 thoughts. And when you do the math, that usually comes out to about almost a thought a second. So every second of the day, your brain is having a thought. Now I have a question for you. Of those 60,000 thoughts, how many of those thoughts are you actually aware of? The answer is actually only about 5%. Or when you do the math, only 3,000 thoughts. 3,000 thoughts out of 60,000 are you actually aware of. And what this means for you is that there's actually a lot going on in your brain that you're not consciously aware of. This is an issue, and this is a major problem for you, because guess what? Your brain is not wired in many ways to make money trading. So a lot of this unconscious or subconscious activity that's happening under the surface is actually cognitive activity or thinking activity that is going to cause you to make bad trades, revenge trade, losses. It's going to cause you to really struggle with trading, and it's going to really hamper your account and your performance. So now, and if you think about it, looking at the screen here, you see that little penguin there in the middle there? That's an emperor penguin. Emperor penguins weigh about 50 pounds. A male polar bear weighs about 1,000 pounds. So the equivalent of 5% of your thoughts is the same equivalent to looking at an emperor penguin versus a polar bear. There's a vast amount of what's happening, and very little of it are you actually aware of. Now, with that being said, this is the shocking study I was reading. It turns out only 13% of employees worldwide are engaged at work. So that means 87% of the people right now, maybe, and for all, if there's 100 of you or 1,000 of you watching, let's just take 100 of you here. I have 100 of you that are watching this video right now. 87 of you are distracted at your work, are not engaged at your work at all. And this was a study by Gallup in 2013. The highest country in terms of engagement was 29% engagement. So that means only 3 in 10 people are engaged at work. And the lowest was 6%. So 94 out of 100 people are not engaged. And this is a Gallup. I decided to look for a follow-up and see if they had been following this study, and they did. 2016, the numbers weren't any better. engagement barely changed, the needle barely moved at all. And despite them measuring it and kind of taking some steps towards this and putting money and time towards it, nothing's really changed. In fact, Gallup even says this is a global crisis with serious potential repercussions for the global economy. Now, what does this shocking story have to do with you and your trading and your performance in your account? What does it have to do with you making money trading? So let's get into this. The answer is in your brain. So one of the key features of your brain is neuroplasticity. It's the ability to learn new skills, for new neural connections to be formed so that you can learn new things, adapt, and evolve. And one of the most important components of neuroplasticity is called SDN, or self-directed neuroplasticity. You can kind of think of this, and there's a really good statement, which is passing mental states create lasting neural traits. Now, if you were to translate that, that means that the mind stream of the thoughts that are going through your head while you are trading are going to create lasting neural traits, lasting neural structures in your brain and neural networks that create habits. So if a lot of that thoughts and cognitive activity that is going through your brain is not helpful towards making money trading, then you are using self-directed neuroplasticity to actually create bad habits that will cause you to lose money. Now, there are several components that enhance or degrade neuroplasticity and your ability to learn new skills. And one of the strongest and most important components of this is focus. So focus is the ability to eliminate unnecessary stimuli and allow your brain and cognitive activity to focus on a particular piece of data or variable or object. And it's one of the most dominant factors behind why you build new skills and form new neural connections. Now, in terms of you as a trader and getting back to that study, low engagement at work for 87 of you out of 100, low engagement for you at work creates a habit, and that's a habit of poor focus. You can't have poor focus 1/3 of your entire day and then all of a sudden expect to have hyper focus and a really good habit of focus while you're trading for that few hours when you're home, or even when you're home all day. Poor focus for you throughout your day will affect your trading. Very much like if you eat like crap, if you don't exercise, sit in a desk all day, you can't expect to all of a sudden go to a gym and be fantastically in shape. You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to continually go back to that gym to build that up. And while you're sitting at work, it's not getting any better. It's actually getting worse. So poor focus for you as a trader matters. And it matters in these 4 ways. 1, it actually decreases your pattern recognition skills, the ability to spot patterns within the price action that will tell you the market is turning, that you want to lift your limit because the market's going to keep running, that you need to get out of your position, that there is a transition, that there's an imbalance, all these things. Poor focus creates weaker pattern recognition skills. Also, you're going to easily be distracted by the wrong things. So you're looking at key points on the chart that actually aren't the most important towards what you're trading is happening in that moment. You're distracted by things maybe on Facebook as well, social media. How many times have you kind of, looked at social media to see how many people liked your post when you should be focused on the charts? Number 3, bad memory. How you actually focus will determine how well you remember a situation. And if you remember it improperly, then that's going to affect your performance. And the last is you're going to miss key details, which is kind of important in the, I've said in the being distracted by the wrong things. You're going to miss key things that are critical towards your trading and making money or losing money. So with that being said, a way forward or path out of this is meditation for trading. I have created a practice for this, but why do you need to meditate? What is it about meditation that will help you with this? Besides helping you increase your focus, it can improve your brain within as little as 8 weeks, only working about 5 to 10 minutes a day. It can upgrade your genes or upregulate them. So if you have a gene expression for increased immunity and health, you can upregulate that or upgrade your genes. Top Wall Street traders are meditating. Ray Dalio, there are several actually high-profile hedge funds and traders that will swear up and down how important meditation has been for their performance. It helps them give you a better brain for longer and increases emotional IQ, which is critical because you have experienced how anger, frustration, worry, doubt, all these emotions have affected your trading performance, and you've seen that happen in real time. Now, for you, I've actually built meditation lessons in my new advanced price action course specifically for trading. And if you're asking, what do I know about meditation? Well, I've been practicing for 16 years every day. I've completed a 1-year meditation retreat. I've probably done 150 weekend meditation retreats. I've done well over 6,000 hours of meditation. So I feel like I have some sort of expertise in this to help you with this. And we built this into the advanced price action course. We built a mini series to help you start doing meditation so you can get all those benefits, better pattern recognition skills, better memory, better focus, and spotting key details, being able to see things in the price action before they happen. So we've built a practice just for this in our course, in our advanced price action course, which you can check out at secondskies4x.com. So that's pretty much it in terms of my presentation here on focus trading in your brain. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I hope it kind of pokes some questions in you and provokes you a little bit. And I want you to kind of think about this. Are you focused while trading? Are you distracted by things? Have you noticed that certain emotions or thoughts have totally taken you off course and off the reservation while trading and caused you to lose money? If so, then this is something you want to work on. This is something, and we can help you with that. We can build that. So, please share your comments and questions on this. I'll look forward to that. Explain how focus has either helped you or hurt you in your trading. Do you think you're really focused or not? Are you willing to put that to a test by doing a 5-minute practice or a 10-minute practice and see how focused you are? If so, come check us out at secondskies4x.com. And so other than that, I'll look forward to your comments and questions, and I will see you on my website. And for members, I'll see you inside my course.